If you like the content of this channel, consider supporting us by using patreon.com or using Brave Payments. Click below in the description. What is up, everyone? How are you guys doing today? My name is Rex. This is your Daily Chat Season 3, Episode 7 for April the 27th, 2018. The last time I'm going to mention it, but yes, today's the official launch of Infinity War. I am just waiting for the first little bit of box office mojo to begin reporting for the first day of ticket sales. But let's see here. Last night, Avengers Infinity War delivered $39 million on the Thursday preview. $39 million. That is sick for a preview night. How could you not be impressed by those kind of numbers? It blows the mind how much this is making. And like I said, I am projecting tomorrow or tonight to pull in 180 over by Sunday by 500 mil. I have very high hopes. And the best part too is now all the other channels on YouTube are starting to do like the things you missed and what could this mean. And it's good because like I don't read comic books. So these comic nerds are telling me the things I want to know, but I'm too lazy to go look for it myself, which is just fantastic. The world cannot be better in that way. So, other than that, guys, how have you guys all been? Today is Friday. The weekend is finally upon us. Hell, weekend's already 1/3 over if you look at it in some way. I spent the entire day doing YouTube videos. The entire day was spent doing YouTube videos. I'll be totally honest, I'm really tired of talking. I am so tired of talking. And it's almost getting to the point that like my voice is becoming a little hoarse. But I troop on because I love you guys, and that's why we do what we do. So, there is some hot news going down in the tech industry today. This came out last night, or I don't know, was it last night? Maybe it was this morning. I don't know. Time tends to blend together for me, but let's get right into it and let's hit up with the first article. Amazon Prime to increase the annual fee from $99 to $119. A 20% increase. There's going to be no added benefit. They're doing this because they say that it is costing more to provide all the services that they're giving you in Amazon Prime, I suppose, with the video and the audio and the library and all that other crap. But they're saying it costs more. Is it worth the $20? I've seen arguments from both sides of the spectrum where people are like, you know, we're gonna have to reevaluate if we need Amazon Prime or not. And other people are like, yeah, it's $20. Screw it, it's worth it. To me, perfectly honest, I'll pay the $20 because that 2-day shipping is 100% worth it to me. I use Amazon so frequently. I could show you my Amazon list of stuff I've purchased, and it is just staggering how many things I've purchased. In fact, even I look at it like I might have a small problem. I might have a spending problem of untold proportion. But I'm willing to pay the $20. Are you guys willing to pay the $20? Do you guys use Amazon enough to see a 20% increase as just 20%? In reality, let's face it, it's $20. Like, when you strip all of the rest of it away, you're talking about paying an extra $20 a year. That's like, what, $1.80 a month extra? I don't know, man. I can't really say that this is a big deal. Like, it's $20. Yeah, it's $20 and money is all relative. I get that. But we are still talking about $20. We're talking about, for one person, 2 trips to Wendy's, maybe 1 big meal for like 2 days, not even a full 2-week gym membership. We're not talking about a whole great deal of money. If you go to Starbucks, we're talking 2 trips to Starbucks, 1.5 trips to Starbucks. Like, it's not that big a deal, but yeah, it's gonna bring in tons of extra revenue for Amazon, this $20. And if that keeps the service running, let's put it this way, as long as my packages still keep coming on time and for the cheapest cost possible, I'll pay the $20. I'll pay the $20 and never look back. Always, though, curious to know what you guys think because, well, why not? Now, This was interesting, and I found this as I was getting ready to do today's show. But apparently Tesla shareholders want to vote out Elon Musk as the chairman of the board of the company. So here we go. Electric reports. An owner of 12 Tesla shares. 12. 10 plus 2. There, that's all the shares. 10 plus 2. Okay? Mr. Jing Zhao, I don't know, some Asian guy from Concord, California, put together a proposal that says a well-known shareholder activist who has previously pushed other proposals at companies like Apple and IBM. He made the argument that combining the role of chairman and CEO might have been beneficial at the early stage of Tesla, but now that the company is maturing, he specifically brought up Musk's involvement with SolarCity and SpaceX as examples that can be considered as an independent chairman. The shareholder also added in the proposal, an independent chairman of the board of directors is the prevailing practice of the international market, such as the United Kingdom, and in the United States too. Many big companies already began to have an independent board chairman, and Tesla should not be the exception. This dude sounds like an investor cuck. He sounds like an investor loser who you own 12 shares. 12. You don't own 12,000 shares. You don't own 12 million shares. You own 12 shares. Listen, I don't know I don't know anything about this guy. Like I said, I just found this article when I was getting ready for the show, so I found it like 20 minutes ago. This guy seems like he's the feminist of the shareholder world. Like he's the HR person of the show, where like everything has to be like, where he wants everything done his way, despite the fact he's an absolute nobody. And I just can't believe that anyone would be taking this seriously. Like the dude owns 12 shares. He's not worth listening to. If he had real money, he would have more shares. He would have enough where he could impact a vote. But he's apparently a relative nobody that I can't see why anyone at the board at the meeting would take him seriously in June. Look, Elon Musk has done the best job he can. As always, I don't have a dog in this fight. I have no reason to side with Elon Musk other than what I've seen him produce and do. And while Tesla has just taken an absolute beating in the last few months, it comes down here that reporters are losing patience and continue to come in. Here we go. Reports that investors are losing patience continue to come in. In the last month, the stock price has nosedived from $304 a share to $250 a share. It's currently sitting around 286 at the moment, and one analyst recently predicted the stock will drop to $84 a share by 2019. Listen, Elon Musk can't control the stock market. He can build a stock market. He can't control the stock market. If other people who hold shares are losing faith in Tesla, that might not be Elon Musk's fault. Like, I know to get paid what he does, he's basically the sacrificial lamb. But in the end, he can't control if people are going to be into Tesla or out of Tesla. He can't control any of that. He can try his best to market Tesla as he can. But in the end, it comes down to maybe the marketing guy should get his head chopped off. Not Elon Musk. What did Elon Musk do? And really, to vote him out as chairman of the board of a company he founded, that just feels like the most, it feels like the most scummy thing in the world to do. In any company. And I've watched it happen so many times. That a person founds a company, they go public, they have a board of directors, and the board of directors like outs them and installs their own puppet CEO. In like Elon Musk, he still, from what I can gather, maintains that vision of, I am trying to make the world a better place. And this looks like it's going to revert down to the classic model of screw the small people, get in there and make as much money, man, get the cheapest parts, get some batteries that will explode, maybe contract Samsung for that one, and let's roll these things out, with an initial like build cost of $18 and sell it at $180,000. That's where this where this shift is happening. Elon Musk is trying to make the world a better place, and investors want to make more money. I get it. I see it. I understand it. I agree with it to a large degree. I agree with the shareholders. Tesla needs to make more money. But from Elon Musk's perspective and what the purpose of Tesla was, I have to disagree with the shareholders because, well, that wasn't what Musk wanted. He made the company to make the world a better place, and now... And he's kind of doing it in his own way. Yeah, a $30,000 Tesla is still not super affordable, but it's affordable enough. You just have to kind of get that battery to life to cost ratio more under control. But once again, always curious to know what you guys think. Let me know. I also didn't know that this was happening. This kind of caught me by surprise. Sprint and T-Mobile are set to announce a $26 billion merger. I had no idea that this was happening. That's how long I haven't been reading the tech news for. But yeah, T-Mobile is closing in on a deal to merge with Sprint. For the value of Sprint is near $650 a share. So the total will be $26 billion. I don't know how this nearly slipped under my radar. Now, I have very little experience with T-Mobile's service. I have a lot of experience with Sprint. I was with Sprint for 5 years. I love Sprint. I thought Sprint was the best company I could have gone with. They had an actual unlimited data plan. They never throttled me. They never bothered me. They were great. I loved Sprint. Yeah, so this is just going to be a standard run-of-the-mill merger. The stock price bumped up, I believe, to I don't know, a couple bucks a share. It bumped up, I know that. It's a run-of-the-mill merger. Look, is this going to be anything groundbreaking? No, not really. Are you going to see an impact in your service? Possibly. I don't know exactly what T-Mobile's reach in the U.S. market is. I know Sprint has a pretty decent reach in the U.S. market. So I really can't say one way or the other if this is good or bad. But of course, anything over $4 billion has to get, I believe, court approval to go forward, or regulatory board approval. So they're set to announce it, meaning they're going through that process right now. But yeah, $26 billion for Sprint. Who'd thunk it? If I had to put a bet down on who was going to buy Sprint, I was going to bet Verizon. My money would have been on Verizon. In fact, in total honesty, didn't even know T-Mobile had $26 billion. Didn't even think that they could actually come up with that kind of cash. Never really saw them as a big player in the US markets. But hey, shows what I know, right? This is cool. Intel's 10 nanometer Cannon Lakes are delayed again. Apparently the 10 nanometer dies are not yielding as high a rate as they want. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit. This gives AMD time to catch up. It's cool that we're getting to that point of 10 nanometers. I believe 7 nanometers is where the stop is, because then you get quantum tunneling for electrons. So we're coming up to that 10 nanometer, and yeah, you would expect production problems during this time when you get down to this small. But the good thing about it though is if it's taking this long, that gives AMD time to catch up. And really, that's the best thing we can all hope for, because if AMD has time to catch up, then we can actually get a real heated race going again between the two companies, and it won't just be all Intel all the time. Look, I don't enjoy crapping on AMD. I really don't. AMD back in the early 90s and mid 2000s was an okay company. During the Athlon era, they were a valid competitor. They were a valid option. But now it's it's just not there, man. Yeah, Ryzen 2 is definitely closing that gap, but single core performance is still led by Intel. Not much I can do about that. Just, it is what it is. Call it fanboyism, call it favoritism, call it whatever you want. But that's just the truth, man. AMD, even Ryzen 2, does not outperform the Intel in single core performance, which is what a lot of your programs use nowadays. But I'm excited for Cannon Lake. I want to see what they come out with for Cannon Lake. Microsoft's Windows announcing a new update in April. This Monday actually, so May 1st. Okay, yeah. So new update. It's no longer the Spring Creators update. Okay, I don't even know what the hell that crap is. I like flipped through the article. Look, it's another update. No matter what's in this article, we can assume 3 things at the very most. It's going to grab more data, it's going to invade more privacy, it's going to be more annoying. That's already 3. We'll call it 4. 4 things. And it's going to be buggy and break, and probably something you use a lot of is going to be broken. Those are the 4 things we can expect from the update going forward on Monday, because Microsoft tends to really just screw the pooch whenever they put this type of crap out. And finally, the last story of today. This actually happened yesterday, but if you've ever used the sites like 23andMe, Ancestry.com, anything like that, I don't know any of the others. I only watch so much TV. Do you know, like, you can swab your mouth, send it over, they'll trace your lineage for you and post it to the net. Well, cops realize that it's DNA based. We can submit DNA samples and have it trace the lineage. And due to that, they were able to crack the case of the East Area rapist this week. So Sacramento's investigators tracked down the East Area rapist Joseph James D'Angelo using a genealogical website that contained genetic information from a relative. The Sacramento police said on Thursday. The effort was part of the painstaking process of began by using DNA from one of the crime scenes from years ago and comparing it to genetic available online through various websites. So the dude is like 80 years old. He apparently would like break in at one point, raped people at one point, killed people at some points. He did a bunch of stuff. Dude was a monster. This guy was a monster. And the worst part is he was a cop at 2 different precincts. 2 of them. This guy knew what he was doing. This guy knew he was a pro. And yeah, because of how technology progresses, they were able to catch him. So what does this mean for you guys? It means if you're going to do any nefarious activities, you make sure you don't log any of your DNA and none of your families log their DNAs on the internet. The minute they do, you are hooped. Because I can see this being something they really take advantage of going forward, and they are going to start logging all kinds of DNA on the genealogical websites. That is just a fact. Well, guys, that is the Daily Chat for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you guys like this video, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. You can see here we have our counter at the top, trying to get to 1,000 subs on YouTube. Other than that, man, I've been Arif. Tomorrow is not the Daily Chat. Daily Chat runs Monday through Friday. Tomorrow we'll be back to gaming. But guys, thanks for tuning in, and I will see everyone tomorrow. Remember, follow, sub, all that stuff is good. Have a good night, guys. Bye.